Hello everyone. Gotta start my video here for you. Okay. Now we need to start our share. And that will take you to my taupe light. Just give me a second here. Trying to speed this process up a little. We will remove me from here. Put me over in the corner so I'm not in the way. Okay. This is a sample of that really, really grotesque potato. So he was added last week. I mean, he's not breaking down well, but this week they really broke down. They started fermenting, obviously. And I'm going to show you what a nightmare it turned into. Let me zoom in. We're going to take you to we'll take you out to the 40 total mag, show you what that looks like. Okay. Now we're going to, whoopsie, that's 1,000. Oh, went the wrong way. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is our 100 total. Oh, you see, I hope you guys can see this. This is backed way off, but and there's a ton of bacterial species, tons of bacteria. I'm wanting to see if you could see any of these ones that are really moving fast through here. Okay, we don't want that super fast movement like that. And I can show you why. Okay, so we're zoomed in here and let me get the pencil, the annotations to come up here. Remember how I always have trouble with the annotations? There, got them up. We are gonna get the pencil, hang tight. Okay, got the circle, we're ready to go. Okay. It's gonna be hard for me to looking for one that's gonna be moving slower. I'm gonna look for a spiral, moving slow, then you can see its spiral shape. Otherwise, okay. Oh no, he's not. He looks like a streptobacilla. Uh, that is probably a nematode. So let me look in on it. Okay, let me go up to the surface here. Just not getting that real clear. And in fact, I guess for a nematode, I knew I went the wrong direction. I'm guessing for a nematode that is awful. Too small, too small. We're at 400 total mag, so that is not nematode. That is bacterial size. Not sure if that's a super huge lactobacillus trying to get that undulated motion going on or not. I'm not for sure. I am going to hit the record so I can't do that. Let me just circle him here so I can show you what I'm looking at. Is that a huge lactobacilla there trying to get his motion correct? Is he slightly sick? What's going on in this low oxygen type environment? Definitely low oxygen. It's fermentation going on here. So these shadow ones, let me get to the top. I'm gonna go completely through the depth here. I have this delay terrible. To try to show you all the spirillum. So right here is looking like slow moving spirillum. He was a spiral shape, but not moving fast, so you could kind of see his spiral shape. Now, when they're moving super fast in and out of here, they're so fast that you don't see the spiral motion. It's just a shadow that zips through there. But so here's one that is moving slightly slower coming through here. That one, he's moving fast, so I'm guessing if we could slow him down here, you could see like the spiral shape. He's moving slow. That one's moving so fast we can't see that spiral shape. because the corkscrew was going so fast, it forms like a solid image in our eye. So that's what I'm believing. These are those spirillums in there. Anaerobic bacteria. So I fed them too much. They did not eat the potato as it was breaking down. Oh, look at that guy right there go. You see him? That little guy right here. See him going right here? When he slows down, you can see his spiral structure. You can see how large those are. So that's how I'm feeling like those are the spirillum by size. And then just now, even though you don't see that spiral, you see how fast they're moving. It looks like a solid, very, very large rod shaped structure, but he's not. He's a spiral. Here, that one, he was spiraling up, up, up. I could be completely wrong on that if somebody with way more experience than me. Look at that guy go. Now he's more of an undulated back and forth motion, so he's possible maybe type of a lactobacillus, like this one going slow, undulated movement, lactobacillus. Different sizes are different species. I still have not got completely through schooling, so hopefully I get better and better at what I see and take some more advanced classes on this, but definitely want you to see. If you just look through here, you can see when they slow down a little bit, it shows their spiral shape. So you can't whip through these samples. You need to watch. Now, like, as far as I'm concerned, when you see, you can definitely know that this is loaded with, I think, the anaerobic pathogen, sort of. I mean, I don't know about, I'm not seeing a spirochete at this point. They are super small and super hard to see. I've seen them before though in my camera, so I know that I would be able to spot it if I seen it. So guys like, okay, let me get my pointer. This guy right here, keep your eye on him. He's straight. See how he's just doing this motion? That's that undulating motion where he's just like a snake going. So that's going to be your lactobacilla. Here's another one. He's doing it. Keep an eye on him. Here's a real big one doing that. Ooh, he's getting his tail moving. He almost looks like a worm, doesn't he? So I think these are all different species. But those fast ones, those are corkscrew. They're the ones zooming through there like you wouldn't believe. Those are the ones we don't want because, and we knew this, going into this sample that it was going to be bad. One, because of the smell. Two, you can just see that slime all over my finger as I put it on the slide. You may not have seen it because I may not have uploaded that video when we were in tank 9. I think that we found this problem where there was too much food added, and obviously look at the bacterial bloom. It stunk. So we had some gases being released. That's one of our indicators that there's a chemical reaction taking place. Color, heat. It was definitely very hot there where the food tunnel was. So that was one indicator. Color, I couldn't see too much. But then we had the smell. So there was two of our chemical indicators. A reaction was taking place. So we went ahead, we got the slide made to confirm this is going on. I'm losing my nutrition in the form of nitrates, obviously, and nitric oxide, I think, is the gaseous form that nitrogen gets turned into. So I can just show you different levels here. We have some coxy shapes. We have the bacillus shapes. We have single stranded bacilla, and we have multiple streptobacillus in here. So as far as bacterial count, it is outstanding, but we wish we did not see those spirillum. I have yet to find Vibrio. So if anybody spots Vibrio, I have been looking online to find a sample, and I'm just not finding a real good sample of Vibrio live active. And it's not like in a drawing. I know it's like that little kind of a kidney bean shaped type thing, I guess. But maybe they're so small, we're missing it. And these are just the larger bacteria. So I have seen some teeny tiny ones. I need to commit to memory the sizes of each of these. I'm learning so much that I can't retain it all. I'm trying to help retain it by doing always helps me lock in information. That's why I'm doing these samples. That's why I'm doing these videos. I have to be able to remember how to use Zoom and all these functions. So especially if clients want to mail me a sample in the future, not that I would want to do that at all because it's a lot of work and I'm just wanting to do this for myself on my microbial farm. It's amazing to see the different environments that can be created in these bins. And then once you start seeing it, understanding it, and then actually controlling it, that gets to be a pretty good feeling, knowing that you are retaining your nitrogen instead of losing it into the atmosphere, or you're sequestering it from the atmosphere, which is another level that you want to get to be. Look at how loaded this slide is. So we'll just kind of let it sit there and y'all can just look around and see the things zooming in, zooming out, different shapes that you can see. In this, I can't be, if I pick out one to focus on and try to follow it, it's not the same one you're going to be focused on. And I'm not left ambidextrous, so I can use my pointer and there's just, so I'm going to want to say this is a sample that's gone anaerobic. We have a lot of good stuff still, but then we are getting some of the bad guys. So there's going to be this predator-prey interaction here. And as soon as the oxygen level comes back in, which we did just turn it, so we've introduced more oxygen, then hopefully that's going to give some ammunition to our aerobes to be able to come in and eat some of these anaerobes, get the protozoa there, and hopefully then the anaerobes will go dormant and our aerobes will be able to take over now that we've given more oxygen to them there. Fun times, right? We'll just scroll around a little bit here to see what we can see. See if we catch anything really interesting. I don't want this video too long, but maybe you guys are enjoying looking at these samples under the microscope. I know I've had a lot of biology and a lot of training, but still, the microcosmos is one of the last frontiers, I guess, for us to really get in and study. So see that guy moving so fast? Straight line. He's not having to push himself anywhere. He's pulling through that corkscrew motion, through that gob, as Elaine would call it, gobbledygook. And we're only looking for a few of these indicators. I'm getting away. Let me get over to where there's a really big hunk of banana. There we go. I don't know what this guy is coming through here. That's going to be a lacto. He just looks really good. You see him? Oh, I don't have my pencil. Okay, pencil. It's right here. He just looks really easy to focus on, so we will focus on him. See the undulating motion he's got? It's going to be a bacillus. and he's a big one. So the smaller one just below him, that's going to be a different, I think, species of bacillus, but it's definitely bacilli. And then we have cocci all over here too. Ooh, we hit the slide here. We're pushing because the banana is kind of thick there. So at this magnification, we do hit this slide and it causes all that movement with the, because the slime I put on here, there was a chunk. I was trying to get away from that, but we thought we would venture over there and see what we could see. But then we can't focus quite as well. So right now, this is a bacterial dominant view for sure. I'm not seeing any fungus. I'm not even seeing, yeah, actinobacteria at all. But see how it's cloudy? Really, this needs to be diluted way more. I just was not, I just wanted to do a quick view to see what my biology was, and it's showing me right here. Definitely can see we went anaerobic. If I go way over here to this corner where I really added water, we can get to a more dilute, okay? See how we've diluted over here down more so we can really focus on different ones a little bit more. We can even look for a spot where there are no bubbles. What is that one there going? Going back and forth. So maybe he's a type of bacteria with a flagella on him, being able to do that spinning like that. Not sure. All we have to do is count and different shapes and sizes. We don't have to name them all. And we can tell you what your colony micrograms per milliliter are, but we wouldn't even count a slide this. We get it down to about 30 bacteria per view. And then we will tell you, you know, the different shapes and different species. Once we hit a certain number, we just stop. You've reached biocomplete status. Good job. Without pathogens now here. Not good. We got the pathogens, definitely, because don't take the sample next to the potato that's been left to rot. But if you're serious about creating your own miments, then definitely take several samples from throughout the bin so that I obviously definitely can tell you whether you are losing your nitrogen to atmospheric gases or nitrates. You don't want to remove that part from the sample because otherwise I won't be able to give you an accurate reading and tell you. Yeah, if you were concerned about that condition at that time that you took that sample out of there, definitely add that into what you want to look at. Just wondering what these little guys are that are just really kind of zipping and going in a circle. They're bumbling. They're guys moving awful fast going up through there. That was probably lactobacilla though. I can't see the tells at the end of the on the ends of the bacteria, lactobacillus bacteria. Oh, I can't see the cells. Okay, so here is a fungi. Now what type of fungi. Is it a beneficial? I am not seeing uniform septi. And I would really go down into this fungi. I don't, um, and it, let me get the pencil. I don't know if I just, yeah, okay. So if I zoomed in here, I would look right there. It looks like a septa. And now if I'm looking for uniform septa, I'm not seeing any more septa until here. Okay. Now I'm going to keep coming on down. Maybe right here is a septa, but I'll zoom in and out. Um, it sure looks like a septa there. But that means we don't really have uniform septa because down all the way through here, I'm not seeing any septa. But a possible septa right there. Okay, so when there should be, if we were uniform, we should have another one here, which we do not. And we do not have at the end either that I'm seeing at all. No septa there. Okay, we are clear. It looks to me like mainly it's a clear fungal hyphae. The darker ones are way more apt to be beneficial, but it does have a very fairly large size. Now we would have to find one of these. I'm liking that bacteria right there. And then you would superimpose him. Boy, at least 5 or 6. That's a hard one when I really take a lot of time when I'm measuring to find a really good distinct bacteria as close as possible that I can superimpose on the section that I'm going to zoom in on. And I'll zoom in on that one section because I do not like how sometimes the microscope makes those walls look so large. Okay, so I'm going to be zooming in like right here. And I didn't want to go to like that really, that's a shorter distance there. I want to look through right here and then find a bacteria that's, good brown bacteria to measure that. And then I'll measure it to make sure I'm accurate. So I don't know what that guy is, but he's definitely a different species of some sort moving there. Anyway, this was a really fun sample to look at. It gives you a lot of things to look at. I mean, I noticed that was like one of the first things that I needed to be doing was just like, oh, well, I've never seen those before. And then once I see it, I'm like, aha. Now that looks a lot like what the book's showing. So that's how you know, oh, okay, what I was looking at isn't even close to being what it was that was described. And until you get these samples on your microscope and get to looking through them, try bad environments, try good environments, try anaerobic environments, try aerobic environments, and see which kinds of ones show up in those environments. I tried milk was one of my fermented milk. And that's when I really seen lactobacillus for the first time. And I was like, oh, now I know. Those are obvious. Okay, so that's how you get to finding different things that you know for sure is the strain or species that you're seeing and being able to identify them. And that's how I really got to learning a lot. And like right here, that shadowy guy there, I'm like 99% sure that's your spirillum. When they're moving that fast, they're so hard to see. They're a shadow and they're in and out. The rest of this looks really good here. I mean, yeah, you'll see your occasional shadow fly through there, but I feel like the majority of this here is still aerobic, and the aerobes are winning this little war right here in the predator-prey action. Tell me what you think, guys. You guys that have done these before because I am going to have to recertify here real soon. And I want to make sure that I am super able to identify the markers and be able to provide my own amendments this spring. I really like the numbers in this though. It's like amazing. And I need to do I need to be able to do a biocomplete status on my extracts now that I'm able. Okay, so I want to see I haven't even focused on like streptobacilli here at all, or the bacillus, um, the diplotoxy, or I mean, they're definitely in here. You need to dilute this down a lot more. So you're only focusing on a few, and then you can really zoom in on them and pay attention. So that's it. Everybody get a good look. Go back, rewatch it, I guess. Help us microbial farmers get going. So you know what that means, right? Cheer really loud everywhere. Be sure you're cheering and let everybody else know that they need to cheer us on as well so we can come up with a plan and get this implemented and start helping others so we can correct the soil and we can have nutritious food again. Woo! Win-win. All right, we gotta stop the share here and then we'll end this video. Thanks for stopping by the Carbon Flip, checking out what's going on here on the microbial farm. I'm still in the learning stage, but I feel like y'all need to get your boots on the ground so we can win this war here and correct our soils. Bye for now, but come back. Let me know you've been here. Smash it.